Okay, so the use case here is you want to create a slide deck for your business, whatever your use case is, and you don't use NotebookLM. So I made a video earlier about making slide decks in NotebookLM and went through that whole process. If you didn't see that, take a look at it. But I got some feedback, and it was like, well, I don't use NotebookLM, and I don't want to. Like, okay, that's fair. So you can use Gemini. So starting here, and this is just gemini.google.com, and then you get to the Gemini app. And let's close this to make it cleaner. So you want to do a couple of things here. You want to choose your model. So click here. I use 3 Pro. Fast would probably work as well, but I just kept it on 3 Pro thinking. And then you want to go into Tools and you want to select Canvas. And you just want to type in your prompt. Create a slide deck for whatever it is, and then as much detail as you want. I already did this because I want to save both of us the time, honestly. If sometimes the slide decks can take 5 minutes, and either I would just edit that out or you'd have to sit here for 5 minutes. So I already did it. So let me go to this, close that, come back to it in a second. So you're on the main screen and you select your model and you select Canvas. And then like this is the prompt that I use. I intentionally kept it really simple. And it's just create slide deck and then topic, introduction to METARs and TAFs. That was the same topic that I had in NotebookLM. So this is just to have like an apples to apples comparison. And then I did max slide count 15. Didn't actually follow that. It gave 16, but you'll see in a second. And then what it'll do is it'll bring up Canvas, which is just a different interface within Gemini. And then it'll put your slides there. And again, this took about 5 minutes. But then when it was done, it looked like this. And I can go through in Gemini and look at the different slides. And it's like, okay, that looks good, etc., etc. It says over here, your slide count. Again, I asked for max 15. It gave me 16. It's possible that it doesn't count the header or it doesn't count the last slide. So maybe this is 15 to it. But going through, I mean, it looks fine. It's clean. The information's accurate. Like I said, it might be like, it might not count the image sources as a quote unquote slide. So this might not really be counted. So this could be 15. But I mean, this is fine. Like this works perfectly fine for a slide deck. And again, with the prompt, you can be way more complicated than this. You can say, put in presenter notes that say this, and use these style options, make the slide background, this color, use this font, use this font style, use this logo. You can put all kinds of details in there. I just didn't, just so you could see that you can be really straightforward. But then you can also download the slides here, and then again, I already did this too, but that took about 1.5 minutes, and then it downloads it to PDF. So I switch over to this, and this is just the PDF download of it, and it's the same thing. It's just the slides. So that's fine. That worked well. But then the thing that Gemini can do that NotebookLM can't do, and people care about this, that I've talked to at least, you can export from here to Google Slides. And I already did this too. This took, again, about another 2 minutes. But now this is Google Slides, and this is, again, the same presentation. I don't think that's really interesting. But because I'm in Slides, I can edit all this. So it's like maybe whatever it is, I want to change the font here, and I want to change, I don't like this image, I want to have a different image. Whatever it is, I want to add my own speaker notes here, and then I want to present this like I do all my other Google slide decks. This is pretty huge, if you use Google Slides, obviously. But this is definitely something that NotebookLM does not do, at least today. I'm sure the way they're adding features, they'll probably have it in there in a week or two, but today it doesn't do this. So if you don't use NotebookLM, or you want your slides to export to Google Slides, then using Gemini is actually a better option. So again, back to one, just to recap all that. Come into Gemini, gemini.google.com, choose your model, Again, I chose 3 Pro. You don't have to. Go into Tools, select Canvas, put in your prompt. And my prompt was just create a slide deck, topic, whatever, and then max slide count, whatever. You can put way more detail in here. And then within Canvas, you can go through your slides on here. You can download it to PDF, or you can export it to Google Slides. Again, the whole process of creating the slides took maybe 5 minutes. The downloads took about 2 minutes each. So I mean, it's still for a 15 slide deck, and with this, you know, detail, and it's very clean. I think that's still pretty good, and you can save a ton of time doing this. But yeah, I mean, I think those are all the key points in there. So I will stop here, and I hope that's useful, and I'll see you next time.